Okay, so it's Black Friday, and everyone you know is posting about the amazing deal they got while they stood in line at Target and Best Buy and the malls, and they drove all over town. What do you do? Do you blow off your budget, or do you stick to your goals? Let's have a chat about the Black Friday preparation plan. Hey guys, I'm Corina, and I am sitting here in my snuggly Christmas onesie, drinking some hot chocolate and totally getting into the Christmas and holiday season. And let's be honest, Black Friday is right around the corner. I don't know how it got here so fast, but it's almost here, and it's time to talk about it. So I was looking back and just thinking back on our plan and our life for the past year, and I'll be super honest with you guys. I didn't start my channel until pretty recently, but we have been on this journey for about a year now. And when we started, it was literally a week or so before Thanksgiving. And my husband and I looked at each other and we knew that we had to make a change, a financial change. But going into the holiday season, we both also knew that things probably weren't going to be able to be put into action, right? These plans and these goals that we had probably wouldn't be put into action and really seen good results during such a hectic, busy, money-spending time. Well, we resolved that we would do our absolute best to achieve our goals. And throughout the holiday season, we were able to save up our $1,000 baby emergency fund, which Dave recommends as part of his plan. And we were also able to pay off the first credit card in our snowball, all while Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Christmas happened. So I want to share with you guys a few tips that I really took into account and that we really dedicated ourselves to the last holiday season, and that we have rededicated ourselves to this holiday season going forward. So the first step is to create a plan. Now this can be super tricky, especially depending on the size of your family or how many friends you have, but truly you want to create a plan for who you're buying gifts for, what types of gifts you're buying, and what each person is expecting or what your families are expecting, because really that's probably the most important thing. What do your families do? What's a tradition? Do you do a gift exchange, a traditional gift exchange where everyone gets each other gifts? Or do you do like a Secret Santa gift exchange? Do you do something where everyone in the family buys gifts for the children and not really anything for the adults? Do you bake a lot of things? Do you exchange fancy gifts and things with your spouse? Create a plan for what you want your holiday giving to look like. Now, once you've created that plan, this is 1B probably, you need to stick to that plan. So you create the plan and you put your nose down and you stick to it. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. Which brings us to point number 2. Once you've created your plan, you should have a budget based on what that plan looks like. For instance, say you have 5 nieces and nephews and you have 2 siblings. And you've decided between yourself and your spouse that you're going to buy things for the children only, and maybe a gift for one another, but not a gift for your siblings. So, you put together a plan based on that exact conversation. And then you put together a budget. So how much money will we spend on each of the kids? Is it a set dollar amount for each one? Or is it a ballpark figure where we are able to get each kid a certain gift that they're wanting from their list, but we're not necessarily getting the same exact dollar amount gift, etc. So take a look at what your plan is and then create a budget around that plan. Now for my husband and I, we've talked about this extensively, and we've pretty much had a plan for the past, probably 4 months in place. And that's only because we had a sinking fund specifically set aside for our Christmas. And so we didn't necessarily know at the beginning of the year what we wanted to do as far as the plan went for gifts, but we knew that we would want to spend around a specific dollar amount in total for everything for Christmas. Now, in our family, we are going to buy pretty much everyone a small-ish gift, but we like to exchange gifts, and it's just part of the fun of things. And because I have an older brother, but neither of us have any kids yet, for my parents, we're still the kids, right? So my husband, my brother, and I are still my parents' kids, and so we get small gifts for my parents, and they get gifts for us, and we get gifts for one another. Whereas my husband's family, we have a lot of nieces and nephews. So we'll focus most of our budget for his side of the family on our nieces and nephews, and then we'll get the adults something small as well. So that's our plan. And once we had that plan in place, we were able to look at our budget and say, okay, we've got a certain plan that we want to enact. What's a good dollar amount per gift, per person? You know, who do we want to spend more money on? Do we want to focus more of our Christmas budget on the kids? Do we want to split it evenly between the adults? What do we want to do? So we had to sit down and talk about that. And the funny thing, and I think this is probably typical for many guys, is my husband will say year after year, I really don't want anything. Don't worry about me. Let's just focus on other people. Which, that's just part of how selfless he is. He's really such a giving person and really generous. Well, meanwhile, I'm over here like, I'll take all the gifts. It's pretty bad. So that's just my husband's nature. So I already know, obviously, that I'm going to get him a gift, but I can keep it small. It can be something that's simple and just really meaningful, and he'll love it. So knowing that those are kind of our budget parameters, we set a dollar amount. So it can be anywhere from $10 a person, you can do $50 a person. You know, say you're just getting things for a couple of children in your family. You can have a really big budget for that if you want. It's really up to you and up to what your money looks like. And that brings us to point number 3. It's all about you. Now, I know that sounds a little bit crazy because we're talking about giving and the spirit of giving and gifts and all of that. But when it comes to setting your budget and setting your list, it's all about you. You don't need to look around and see what other people are doing, what your neighbors are doing, what your friends on Facebook are doing, or even what people on social media or on YouTube are doing. Oh my gosh, and don't even get me started on seeing like what people get as far as like gifts they get for like their birthdays and things. I cannot watch those videos. I cannot, because I'm the type of person who's like, oh, that's super cute. I want that. I'll go get it right now. And that's just bad for me. So ignore all those people, right? Ignore those things. If that's a trigger for you, like if watching YouTube videos of people like unwrapping gifts or people, you know, with a Christmas haul is a trigger for you to run out and spend money, just ignore those videos. Pass it by. Tell YouTube you don't want to watch those. And the same goes for like Facebook. You know, it can be really difficult because people are just excited maybe about like what they're getting as far as deals go for different things like Black Friday. And they can post things and maybe they'll say, oh my gosh, I totally need a new purse. That's a killer deal on that. I'll go get one. But if it's not on your list, it's not in your plan. And it's not on your plan, it's probably not in your budget and you don't want to go there. So I would just encourage you to stay focused on your list and your plan. And you know that saying that says the grass is always greener on the other side? Well, you don't know what those people are using to pay for those gifts. You don't know if they're putting that on credit or if they have some sort of a store, store card or loyalty card, or if they've been saving for months and months and months and they finally found the best deal that they can find and they're paying for it in cash. Like, you have no idea what their situation is. So don't look around and figure out what other people are doing. Just stay focused on your plan and what your goals are. And I have an added tip for you too. Rewrite your goals. It's super important because during this time, people will be spending a lot of money and you can maybe start to feel like, oh man, I can't wait until we can do that, or gosh, like how did we get ourselves into this mess? Or man, I will never be at a point where I'm able to just buy amazing gifts for people I love. First of all, that's a lie. You will be able to do that if you budget and you choose to. But second of all, you want to just focus on what you do have and what you're working towards. For me right now, and for my husband, we know that at this time next year, we won't have credit card debt. We won't be paying hand over fist to different credit card companies each month. And we'll have a much larger, shovel, so to speak, and a much larger resource from which to pull from and from which to give people gifts that really, truly are meaningful. But even so, just spending this small budget that we do have for this year, we know that truly it's from the heart, right? What truly matters about the holiday season and the season of giving is your heart. And if your heart's in the right place and you give someone a card that is full of just really great, meaningful things and what you love about them and what you are so thankful for about that person, then that speaks more volumes than any gift ever could. So if you focus on that and you focus on meaningful gifts, things that people will remember and cherish and that they won't just toss into a drawer and never use again, then A, you'll feel like your money is stretched a lot further, and B, those people will love those gifts for years to come. So the very last thing that I want to encourage you guys with in this video about Black Friday and shopping and keeping in your own lane and sticking to your goals and your budget and your list is to choose to be grateful for what and who you do have, rather than what you don't have, what you want to have, or even the possessions that you haven't acquired yet. Choose to look around and see what you have and be grateful for it. Because really, we're blessed with a lot if we just take a minute to look around. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this is helpful for your Black Friday plan, and I hope that you truly just take some time to enjoy the holiday season and do the simple things like having some hot cocoa and sitting in a warm onesie and watching holiday movies with the people you love. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like this video if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe for more videos just like this. I'll be sharing a lot over this holiday season. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and happy holidays!